Today we are going to do a review of the area of circles and how to find that. We have already talked about that this year. That was one of the first things we did at the beginning of the semester of the school year. But we are going to do a review of that. Yesterday we talked about finding the area of composite figures, so we're just adding circles to that today. This first one says, a rotating lawn sprinkler sprays water in a circular area of grass as shown in the picture. The diameter of the circular area of grass is 16 feet. Which measurement is closest to the area in square feet that the sprinkler sprays with water? So they tell us that the diameter is 16 feet. Now remember, diameter goes all the way across the circle. So all the way across is 16 feet. If you look at your star chart to find the area of a circle, the formula for that, you would see that the area of the circle is pi r squared. R is the radius. I'm given the diameter, so I'm going to have to find the radius. If you remember, the radius is just half of the diameter. So if my diameter equals 16, that means that my radius equals 8. All I have to do is divide that by 2. So I have pi times 8 squared. Remember, those exponents tell us to multiply that number by itself that many times. So I'm going to do 8 times 8. That's going to give me 64. Pi is 3.14 times 64. If this is a multiple choice question, you could just do 64 times 3, and that'll give you close to your answer. If it's not a multiple choice question, you're going to have to multiply by 3.14 because that is what we use for pi. So if I go ahead and multiply 3.14 times 64, multiply those now, you should have gotten 200.96, and that is feet squared because it is an area. So the total amount of grass that's being sprayed by water is 200.96 feet. Okay. All right, now I have a circular railroad crossing sign that has a diameter of 30 inches. Which measurement is closest to the area in square inches? So again, we're just finding the area of a circle. They tell me my diameter is 30, so that's the whole thing all the way across. My diameter equals 30. The formula for area of a circle is pi r squared. I'm going to have to find the radius. Go ahead and find the radius of this circle. The radius is 15. So in my formula, I'm going to have pi times 15 squared. For pi, we use 3.14 times, now do 15 squared. Remember, that is 15 times 15. You should have gotten 225. Now I just need to multiply 3.14 times 225 to find the area of the circle. Go ahead and do that now. Hopefully you got your answer to be 706.50, and that is inches squared. So the area of the sign would be 706.50 inches squared. Now we have a composite figure. So this is something similar to what we saw yesterday. It tells us that a figure is composed of a rectangle and 2 semicircles. Determine the area of the figure. So they've already split this composite figure up for us. We have this rectangle in the middle and then 2 semicircles on the ends. I'm going to start by finding the area of the rectangle. So to do that, I'm going to use area equals base times height. And I'm going to go ahead and change this 6.5 to 6. So the area of my rectangle is 13 times the height of 6. Go ahead and multiply those now. When you multiplied those, you should have gotten that the area is 78 centimeters squared. So this is 78. Now we need to find the area of the circles. So if each one of these is half of a circle, that's what semicircle means, that means half, then if I have 2 half circles, that makes 1 full circle. So I don't have to worry about cutting the area of my circle in half or anything like that because I have 2 halves, which makes a whole. I'm just going to use the regular formula for area of a circle. So that would be area equals pi r squared. So we're going to have pi times, if I look up here, my diameter is 6. What is the radius? You should get 3 for the radius. So I'm going to have pi times 3 squared, which is 3.14 times 9. Go ahead and multiply 3.14 times 9. When you do that, you should get that your area equals 28.26. So together, these 2 circles are 28.26 centimeters squared. Now I need to find the total area. So I'm going to take 28.26 and add 78 to that for the area of the rectangle. And go ahead and do that now. You should have gotten 106.26 centimeters squared. You now need to use the link that is posted in Canvas to open the quizzes practice assignment.